defends
Jake, you ready?
all 9 wins, coming by way of knockout from Mike Perry, who's wearing the white, Ellenberger in the blue. And a quick takedown for Ellenberger.
No surprise, talking to Ellenberger this week, he said he worked a lot on his wrestling.
Ellenberger, a 2-time Division II All-American wrestler at University of Nebraska-Kearney, and Perry back on his feet.
That's an area of Perry's game where he's underrated. He's a better grappler and scrambler than people realize.
It says that Ellenberger has a huge head, and it's a big target for my right hand. Perry learned how to fight because he said he was constantly getting bullied growing up. I never backed down. I always fought till the end. And I decided I might as well get paid to do it, as it's Ellenberger who lands a nice punch on the inside.
Ellenberger very smooth so far. That train on there, even amateurs, even their normal students, everybody's aggressive at King's MMA. Throw combinations, keep your distance, don't be there for the counter, look for the takedowns, force this guy to clinch. But so far, you know what, Mike Perry made the mistakes in the Alan Jouban fight, being over-aggressive at times. Right now, we're seeing a much more controlled Mike Perry, a more disciplined approach. This is exactly what he trained to do.
Ellenberger's fought pretty much every big name in his division over the years. Carlos Condit, Jorge Masvidal, Rory McDonald, Robbie Lawler. Perry says he's been working on his jiu-jitsu, currently a blue belt.
Ooh, there's the body kick that hurt Matt Brown. Vicious kick by Jake Ellenberger. Let's see if he goes back there. Look how low Mike Perry's keeping his hands now. He doesn't want to eat one of those. He's trying to get the wind back in his lungs.
Ellenberger's been working on his kickboxing with Giga Chikadze, a glory kickboxing fighter, one of the best in the world. There was a left kick to the liver that helped him win that fight against Matt Brown. Round 2 of a scheduled 3 here in the welterweight division between Mike Perry and Jake Ellenberger. And Perry's corner told him you're doing, quote, great, phenomenal. Do you agree with that assessment?
You know, I think they're trying to make him calm down, be comfortable, be confident. They don't want to hurt his confidence. And they told him, look, you've got to get off more. And he's stunned there. Ellenberger caught him with a left hook, right uppercut from the southpaw stance.
With the power that Perry possesses, it may just take one shot, but it's Ellenberger who's landing significantly more strikes at this point.
Ellenberger's mixing up with a change in stances. He took him down a couple times. What's happening right now is he's got Mike Perry thinking.
And just like that, it's Perry who has control. Blood pouring out of his nose, but that's not going to stop him. And Ellenberger back to his feet.
Now, let's see if Perry stays disciplined. He's going hunting now. This is what he loves.
Trying to throw a knee inside as Perry.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Josh Ward has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 5 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout, Platinum Mike Perry.
Sanchez is vowed to be a different fighter tonight, more patient, will pick his spots. He's not just going to bite down on the mouthpiece and let his hands go. He's wearing the black, Aaaquinta in the blue.
Hey, watch where it's at, all right? Fight.
They didn't have a good angle on that to see if it was groin or if it was to the body. But for Diego Sanchez, patience is great, but you don't want to be too patient. You got a guy who's been out 2 years. Don't let him settle in. Don't let him lose and shake the anxiety. Put the pressure on him right away. Make him doubt himself. Make him doubt his return.
Aaaquinta hopes that Sanchez is patient. Says if he wants to go technique with me, he'll lose that fight all night long.
And Diego also wanted to get this fight in the clinch and press Aaaquinta up against the fence. He really believes like he's worked on some great things to where even when he's pressing someone on the fence, he could be fair.
Sends Sanchez down.
That is going to be tough to recover from.
And And now Sanchez, as he's done so many times, you know he's just going to let his hands go. Look at that grimace on his face. And again, Akinta has just stopped this fight. It's over. Raging Aa'aquinta. He's back.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 38 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, raging Aa'aquinta.
St. Preux from Knoxville, Tennessee, wearing the red. De Lima in the black. Look how much bigger De Lima looks.
He is
just weight-wise.
He's massive. And you know, for OSP, this is the leanest he's ever been. Woke up on weight, feels great. New strength conditioning coach, but he ate a big leg kick there from De Lima.
And another one right to the solar plexus. Both men with heavy hands. De Lima with 12 knockouts and 15 wins. St. Preux, 10 of his 19 wins have come by knockout.
That's why you see OSP moving. Sticking and moving, does not want to stand in front of De Lima. He didn't feel like he was training hard enough. Didn't feel like he was pushing himself. That all changed this camp. Keeping the feet flat, choosing to try and cut off OSP. Wants his feet under him so that he can counter heavy with that right hand if OSP commits. And man, he landed 2 flush punches there.
A left hook and a straight right hand from the Brazilian.
And when OSP's back has been against the fence in his last 2 fights, that's the area he gets himself into trouble.
Maybe he saw something on tape. That's why he's come out with so many kick attempts in this.
Well, he's fighting southpaw. That's a natural weapon. And when you got a guy like OSP doing a lot of lateral movement, right, that's a great technique to catch him with as he tries to go left and right.
And meet in the middle on those kick attempts.
This isn't the kind of pace that's going to wear De Lima down.
That left hand sends sweat flying off of De Lima, and then St. Preux goes for a takedown.
Defended well by De Lima, and then he followed up with a kick. But here's where he should jump on over St. Preux. He gets high and his defense is poor when his back's shoved up against the fence. And now St. Preux is starting to commit to his own strikes.
St. Preux's corner told him, when you're first, you win. When you're not first, you lose.
And this was smart by OSP. He's got a good, solid top game. This is where he wants his fight. This is what he could use to wear down the bigger guy as well.
You can see the gash under the left eye of De Lima as St. Preux starts to hammer away.
I've trained with St. Preux, been on the ground with him. He's got really deceiving strength. Physically a strong guy, very long. He's got sneaky, odd submissions you don't really see coming. Excellent job by St. Preux. See those right arm in between the legs. Now he's got to try and suck that right knee away from the fence before De Lima gets out. That's a big leg. He can pull away and he does it.
Left and right, pouring blood.
Heavy elbows from OSP. And De Lima choosing just to keep that headlock instead of digging for underhooks. OSP should take his left forearm, put it right over the face of De Lima, and start just throwing some body weight elbows.
4 of Pezal's last 6 fights have been over in the first round, so perhaps there'll be an issue the longer this fight goes on.
And we've seen OSP submit people with the Von Flue choke in this similar position, but then he's been in full side control. He's trying to block the airway right now with his left shoulder, and it's getting tight.
A tap-out victory for Ovince St. Preux, the 5th submission of his career.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 11 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by submission due to a Von Flue choke, Ovince St. Preux.
Stevie Ray has got excellent kicks. And right there, caught, and this is where Lauzon wants that fight. If he can get this to the ground, he's got a good advantage.
Nice knee from Lauzon.
You can see Merkley how he shook his head there a little bit. I mean, it was right on the borderline of being a downed opponent. Again, the new rules not in effect again here in the next one.
Lauzon doesn't know how to have a boring fight. Of his 27 wins, 25 have been either submission or knockouts. He has 17 submissions, 8 knockouts, 15 post-fight bonuses, tied for the most all time.
Boy, that was a beautiful transition by Joe Lauzon in the clinch to execute that takedown. You know, despite all of his experience, he continues to get better. Ray looking for a leg lock here, but these are the types of things that Lauzon's so accustomed to. And landing a massive elbow there. Stevie Ray's got to be careful. Doesn't get his back taken here. As Lauzon may try it, sneak that left ankle through, and he does.
Good value on Joe Lauzon tonight. He's a plus 150 underdog and is going for a submission here.
Defended well so far, but boy, Lauzon's so tricky here. Training so much smarter now. We talk about focusing and recovery, taking days off when he needs, and he's really going to try to put a lot of pressure on Stevie Ray and stretch him out. Beautiful transition.
Now full net here for Lauzon. And down come the elbows.
He's got some of the best elbows in the game. He finds all kinds of sneaky spots, whether it's in the clinch, standing, on the ground, to land them. And Stevie Ray's got to be careful pushing off those arms like that, because Lauzon will rip it off.
Not a lot of options right now for Stevie Ray.
Come up on your side, go under it, take the space away. Stevie, up on under it, take the space away.
That last one hurt. He's hurt. That last one hurt him, landed right behind the ear, and that's an area that
Take the legs. To sweep, to sweep, to sweep. Stevie, the tail he's going to hit there. Catch that.
Look how he clears the leg and then brings that same hand back. So hard to anticipate that kind of complex ground and pound. That just comes with years and years of doing this.
Stevie Ray's fought all over the world except for the United States. This is his first visit to America, and it is not going well.
Well, he lost a big opportunity there. He had a nice left underhook, and it looked like if he really hustled there, he may be able to get back to his feet. But tough to do when you've eaten this many strikes. You walk in there, a guy like Stevie Ray with this huge opportunity. I'm going to shock the world here. I'm going to beat a veteran. You endure this during the first round, man. Your confidence is quickly draining.
Look
at that. Beautiful technique from Lauzon. He had the wrist trap. And he's just several levels above Stevie Ray on the ground right now.
Let's listen in now to Stevie Ray's corner.
Keep control of that bicep. And take the underhook with the right arm. Up on your right. Underhook on that right side.
Certain shrimping, getting your hips out, digging for underhooks, it works, but it's totally different when you've got someone who's using elbows and punches that hard to advance position.
Joe Lauzon flirting with a 10-8 round here. Look at the total strikes, 23-3 so far.
Get that underhook by left side. Left side underhook. Left side,
Yeah, absolutely dominant round. And one that I feel should be a 10-8 round. Without a doubt, landed massive, massive ground and pound here for Joe Lauzon.
Big elbow. Big shot by Lauzon as we say goodbye to round number 1.
They do not want him mixing it up and trading. Lauzon looks a little bit like he's heavy on the legs. He's expended a lot of energy looking for the finish here. Stevie slower. His head's in the same place. And this is going to allow Stevie Ray went back to that corner with zero confidence, full of doubt. If Lauzon allows him to keep doing this, he can fill up his time. He can get his confidence back, get himself back in this fight.
It was a left hook that backed Ray up to the cage. Trying to throw a knee here now is Ray.
Lauzon's got great elbows inside the clinch, but he had a beautiful sequence inside the clinch to take Ray down. the second time in round one. And smartly, Stevie Ray disengages. Turning and pivoting and keeping up with the movement of Stevie Ray right now. Looks very heavy on those legs. The punches are coming slow. Stevie Ray would be smart to go to the body. Beautiful level change by Lozon. If he can convert this, very bad news for Stevie Ray. He finally got some momentum in this fight. And he gets out of it. That's huge for Stevie Ray. And you can hear his corner just said it. Go to the body, Stevie.
Lozon eating a lot of punches. Lands a straight right of his own.
It's tough when you expend that amount of energy and all of a sudden your legs get heavy, your arms get heavy, man. It's tough. It's brutal in there. Very difficult to recover, and Lozon may have just expended too much energy with that heavy ground and pound to finish. Huge takedown at a much-needed time for Joe Lozon.
There's your takedowns, 50% for Lozon. The last one, he did not let Ray back up. Let's see how he does here.
He's being very smart and cautious here, not giving Ray much space. But now at least, right, Lozon's not trying to keep up with him on the feet. He can get some wind back here, maybe recover, get his second win for the third round if he could ride out this position on top.
How are you? Come on, work!
Watch the top of the
Come on,
head.
he's in the top of the head, no? Work for me! Position!
Opportunity here for Stevie Ray. Oh, man. Lozon still generating power. Forget looking for an ankle lock on Joe Lozon. This cost him in round one. Trying to play this game with Joe Lozon.
We're headed to round three when we return.
Stevie Ray's corner did an excellent job as well in telling him, look, that first round was a 10-8 round. You won the second round. You have to win this round is what they told him. I always prefer when corners are honest.
They also told Ray, even if you see an opportunity for a kick, don't do it.
They'll say, yeah, and he's got to move his feet more, though. Don't stand in front of Lozon where he can still tag you. And, you know, huge experience for Stevie Ray to endure a first round like that and then be able to fight his way back into the fight, get his confidence back. That's tough. A round like that from Joe Lozon would break most guys.
Ray says it's an honor just to share the octagon with Joe Lozon.
And Lozon is very, very tired right now. He could possibly sit down and finish this fight if he hits Lozon in the body.
Ray, are you sitting down on punches, going for a knockout, or do you just want to win the round?
You want to flick that jab out, When you do angle and Lozon's slow to follow, gotta go to the body right now. He's standing in front of him too much, and this is what happens.
And that shot caught Ray.
He's got to switch to a single here. It's going to be hard for him to dig that right
Watch the back of the head. Watch the back of the head.
Dan Merglion all over it. Lozon's got to move here. These are heavy punches. It is not fun getting elbowed in the temple.
He's not really doing anything to avoid those elbows.
Now, he doesn't want to give this takedown attempt. He knows he needs it, and a mistake there from Stevie Ray to commit to that Kimura grip. It cost him top position. Ray's got to get up now. If he doesn't get up now, most likely he's down his back for the rest of the round. And he chooses now to be flat on his back. Big mistake for Stevie Ray.
Lozon obviously dominant in round one, but since then,
Top of the head.
Ray's
Top
had
of
the
the head.
upper hand.
Yeah, and most likely a 10-8 round one, which we've already seen the judges once award a fighter a victory for being active off her back. So these judges are educated, and they're not just going to award top position to win the round.
Lozon loaded up for that elbow. A minute and a half to go here in this lightweight contest. Joe Lozon and Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray showed a lot of heart and a heck of a chin. He ate some heavy, heavy ground and pound in that first round.
That's why he's called Braveheart. Fighting out of Scotland.
Big kick to the body. That's where Stevie Ray needs to go. He's got 40 seconds to try and finish this fight.
And now Lozon trying to shut him. And you can see the intensity in the eyes now of Ray, who senses this could be his moment. Rights and lefts.
behind you!
10 seconds to go.
Man, what happened by Lozon? He is completely gassed.
And now he's back
No
to
retreat.
the cage. Can he survive the last few seconds? He can.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Chris Lee scores the contest 28-27. Jeff Moen has it 29-27. And Dave Torelli scores the contest 28-28 for the winner by majority decision, Stevie Braveheart Ray.
Eddie Wineland knows that Dodson has never been knocked out, has never been finished, but promises that stat changes tonight. Wineland wearing blue, Dodson in the goal.
Giving up this much reach, he's become a little bit more predictable with his striking. Add in the wrestling, he's good at it. Why not put Wineland on his back once or twice and mix it up a little bit?
Got the smile down and just avoided a right hand there from Eddie Wineland. Dodson knows Wineland wants to make a name for himself tonight. Says, listen, if he can finish me, he instantly becomes a star. Eddie Wineland has been a champion before, the WEC's first ever bantamweight champion. Looking for similar success here in the UFC at 32 years old. He's won 2 in a row to Cam Mizugaki and Frankie Saenz. He knocked them both out. Who benefits the most if it stays this kind of fight?
You know, right now, John Dodson, John Dodson's the guy who's landing more often. He's got the timing, and Wineland coming forward, being predictable as he is. Dodson's just sitting back, and he's taking the onesies and twosies, hitting them with, and every once in a while getting offensive, throwing combination with his own. Wineland's got to change the rhythm of this fight right now. You know, Wineland facing a shorter guy, man, those head kicks can really do some damage for him.
Dodson landing a left hand as we head towards the end of round number 1.
Greg Jackson told me he wants him to do more level changes, though. Add in more level changes. Ooh, he lands a very nice right hand there on Wineland.
Constant head movement from Dodson as well. It's so hard to lay a glove on. Dodson having a laugh. Even got Wineland to smile for a second. That's called playing your game.
Everything on the side of Dodson right now. And again, Wineland choosing just to box. Again, for John Dodson, look, he wants marquee matches, right? He wants to fight the best. He wants to be in big fights. This is a fight. Don't just sit back and pick them apart a little bit here. That's a big deal.
A left hand straight down the pipe from Dodson. And here he is looking for his 3rd straight win in the UFC.
Doesn't follow that up. Well, he's looked fantastic. His last 2 fights against Frankie Saenz to Cam Mizugaki, those were solid performances where his movement, his range, and his power all really came together. Here, speed and quickness are really hurting him. But again, if he's not going to diversify his strikes, nothing about this fight is going to change unless he just lands a lucky shot.
Body kick from Dodson and slips away before that overhand right connects.
I talked earlier in the night about how Dodson sometimes gets in a rhythm where he just waits for the perfect counter, right? And just doesn't do enough. Now he's moving forward. That's what he's capable of. He needs to do more of that. Not wait and do that once or twice a round. He should be doing that once or twice a minute. That's when he gives himself the best opportunity to finish a fight, because he has that kind of power in the bantamweight division. Well, I mean, there's lots, right? Do you want to be a legitimate title contender at 135 pounds? You want to get yourself in that mix in a time where the bantamweight division is as deep as we've ever seen it. There's a lot of really solid prospects at 135 pounds and good, solid contenders. And that increases his likelihood of a finish. Dodson, if he wants to win the fight, doesn't have to change a thing, right? He's got to be smart, not get sloppy. Although I'd like to see a little bit more offense. When he's gotten offensive and thrown combinations attacking the body and head, he has landed very, very well. Those have been, I think, his best strikes in the fight. He doesn't need to wait to counter for the perfect counter. For Wineland, Wineland's got to stop just boxing. Use his footwork, his starts and stops, his fakes and feints. But he's got to start finishing some of these combinations with a head kick, because he needs a finish if he wants to finish this fight. The thing is, when you're fighting a southpaw and you throw that high right kick, even when you block it with your hands, that impact still gets forced in your head. I mean, it's very, very difficult. And I think Eddie Wineland's missing a massive weapon here, fighting a guy this much shorter than him to throw those kicks. Whereas when you listen to John Dodson's corner, everything is coded, and he just rocked Wineland there with a left hand. You know, it's tough. I mean, you come up with a game plan for a fight, and you train that game plan for 2 months, so it becomes very difficult when that game plan doesn't work to try to go to option B. It's tough. And speed is a really difficult thing to overcome when you know you're not going to be able to take the guy down. And Dodson lulls you to sleep. He doesn't fight at the same pace the whole fight, right? He chooses when he wants to explode and be extremely quick. And look at that, total strikes landed. 13% have landed for Eddie Wineland. Dodson smartly respecting his power, and he's landed. That's another nice left hand that he landed, doubled up on it. At this point, Eddie Wineland's got to pull out all the stops. Get as creative as you can. All the wild, silly techniques you throw when you're hitting pads, try them now.
So the streak will continue for John Dodson, who's never been knocked out and never been finished. And in this fight, he was hardly even hit.
Very dominant performance for John Dodson.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 29-28. 30-27 and 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, John the Magician Dodson.
Thank you guys. Love you guys. Love you, Chelsea.